You remember the exact moment, the text you weren't supposed to see, the conversation that went silent when you walked in, the lie that unraveled into something bigger than you imagined. And now you're stuck in this strange place where part of you wants to forgive, to move past it, to salvage what you built together. But another part of you, that part can't stop replaying it, can't stop feeling the shock of it, can't stop wondering if you're a fool for even considering forgiveness. Here's what no one tells you. That internal war you're fighting right now, it's not weakness. It's your brain doing exactly what it's designed to do after betrayal. And once you understand what's actually happening inside you, the path forward becomes less about forcing yourself to forgive and more about deciding what forgiveness even means. Let's start with what betrayal does to your nervous system. When someone you trust breaks that trust, your brain doesn't just register disappointment, it registers threat. The amygdala, your threat detection center, lights up the same way it would if you were physically in danger. Because in evolutionary terms, being betrayed by someone in your tribe could mean survival risk. Your brain is wired to treat betrayal as danger. That's why you can't just get over it. Your body is in protection mode. You might notice yourself checking their phone when you never did before, asking questions you already know the answers to, feeling a knot in your stomach when they're late responding. These aren't signs you're broken. They're signs your nervous system is trying to prevent another blindside. But here's the part most people miss. Forgiveness doesn't start with trust. It starts with safety. So what does that actually mean? It means before you can rebuild trust, your brain needs to stop perceiving the person who hurt you as a threat. And that only happens through predictability, through consistency, through behavior that proves slowly over time that the threat has passed. This is why rushing forgiveness backfires. When someone says just forgive and move on, they're asking you to override a protective mechanism that exists for a reason. Your brain won't let you do that, not until it feels safe enough to lower its guard. And that takes time, more time than most people want to give it. Here's where it gets complicated. There's a moment in the aftermath of betrayal where you face a quiet decision. Do I want to repair this, or do I want to leave? And that decision isn't about love. It's about whether the person who hurt you is capable of the kind of change that would make staying safe. Not comfortable, not easy, safe. Because forgiveness without change isn't forgiveness, it's tolerance. And tolerance erodes you from the inside. So ask yourself this. Is the person who betrayed you taking responsibility? Not apologizing, actually taking responsibility. Are they sitting with the discomfort of what they caused? Are they showing you through action that they understand the weight of what they've done? Or are they asking you to forgive quickly so they can stop feeling guilty? That distinction matters more than anything else. Let's talk about what real repair looks like. It's not about getting back to normal. You can't. The relationship you had before the betrayal, that version is gone. What you're building now, if you choose to build, is something different, something informed by pain, yes, but also by awareness. Real repair happens in layers. First, there's acknowledgement. The person who hurt you has to name what they did, specifically, without minimizing, without deflecting. I betrayed your trust by lying about where I was, is different from I'm sorry you're upset. Second, there's empathy. They have to sit in what it felt like for you, not what they intended, not what they wish had happened, what you actually experienced. If they can't do that, forgiveness has nowhere to land. Third, and this is the hardest part, is sustained behavior change. Not promises, not grand gestures, quiet, consistent actions over months that prove the pattern has shifted. Your nervous system will be watching. It will test, it will doubt, and that's okay. Let it. Now, here's the thing about forgiveness that people get wrong. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about you. It's about releasing the need to keep punishing them inside your own mind. It's about deciding that carrying the anger, the resentment, the betrayal is costing you more than it's protecting you. But that doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. And it definitely doesn't mean staying in a relationship that hasn't earned your trust back.
You can forgive someone and still choose distance. You can forgive someone and still set boundaries they don't like. You can forgive someone and still decide the relationship isn't safe enough to continue. Forgiveness is an internal shift. Trust is earned externally. They're not the same thing. So where does that leave you? If you're choosing to rebuild, do it with your eyes open. Watch for the follow-through. Notice whether the apologies match actions. Pay attention to whether the person becomes defensive when you bring up your pain or whether they lean in. And give yourself permission to move slowly. Your brain is relearning safety. That doesn't happen in weeks. It happens in moments, small, repeated moments where someone shows up the way they said they would. If you're choosing to leave, know this. Walking away doesn't mean you failed. It means you valued your peace more than the past. Either way, forgiveness is yours to define, not theirs to demand.